social service work, the analogy of Red Cross taking care of many, many people for a very short period of time. Social work is kind of like that, except that people that get into the social system they take care of them for a lifetime, not just a short period of time to get them back on their feet. The social system becomes their feet, and it expands their life so many times that without it, as it is today, it just wouldn't be the same world around here. So many people benefit from it that it just can't be duplicated by a one-time thing. It's got to be consistent and for a lifetime.
That's the big thing. It's just so important to help the families keep the kids at home where they're going to be cared for better than they could be cared for anyplace else. You know, the expense is less, but we need the support because I think it would be impossible for me and my husband and my kids to do this on our own without the break once in a while that you need. Because even when you love them that much, it can get very frustrating.
Had we not had respite care, it would have really torn our family apart because we really needed those few times of being split up so that everybody got their moment. I can't imagine what it'd be without the respite care.
I believe if we didn't have the services and the help that we had throughout his upbringing, Zach would be living somewhere in an institution without seeing us all that much. I don't know how we would have made it through it. There have just been so many times where we've needed help. We've needed somebody to lean on. We've needed somebody there to help us with some situations that we've had with him. I'm not sure how we would have dealt with it. We'd have a much different life than we have today as a family. I'm not sure our family would be together, to be honest with you.
The importance of it is of the supports that I receive are that without them, I don't think I would be able to function I wouldn't be in the recovery process that I'm in now. I'm not sure where I would be if I'd be in a shelter or even homeless or maybe living in a relative's basement or so it means a lot to me in that it's helped support me in my recovery.
If services were cut or lost, there would be so many homeless people in jail, people in institutions, and that's the way their life would be. There's a lot of people now in jail that have mental illnesses and they don't get treatment.
If Leslie hadn't been able to live in her home and in her community, she would have missed out on the opportunity to have loving parents, but the community would have missed out. We have changed people's lives. I'm the oldest of 12. I have siblings who are in special ed, a sister-in-law who's an occupational therapist, because this person and her brother impacted them emotionally and philosophically and really propelled them into a field of caring. Also, everyone in this community was a winner because if we think we're in an economic recession, this young woman is 37 years old, and she would have cost us, all of us who are taxpayers, more than $250,000 a year. And take that times 37, and she had a brother who died at 32 who would have used the same amount of resources. We're talking about serious money. To keep Leslie in the community is a great bang for the buck. Community-based services are the right thing to do, they're the least costly, and it's dignity. Pure and simple, it's dignity.
When she was first born, we had absolutely no idea of what kind of services there was, and back then there was very little services. There were no group homes in Lynn County or Johnson County, either one, back then.
It was just a fight to get a group home. The neighbors objected to having anybody in their neighborhood like that had a disability.
Well, society didn't understand those folks with Down syndromes, other things. They just were not acceptable, sociable in life, and we've come so far in the 40 years that, I can't imagine life without those kids running around and doing jobs and being part of society nowadays.
Well, the respite services changed our life she is progressing, and I have to say, without it, I don't think we can see these changes on her development. And our lives are much less stressful, I would say.
Well, if I were talking to legislators, I would just tell them how important it is, even though people like me have disabilities. I think that by getting services, we can get the support to work and the assistance so that we can be productive, so that we can be a part of society and contribute.
I'm just glad that I, through years of learning and observing and such awe and amazement, that I've been able to give my time and talent to the community that I love so much.
I think the true benefit of the service is for the individuals that receive it. Not to say for the parent or for the family, but it's for these guys.
The future for Brandon, with the services that are offered today, his future looks very good. As if programs are cut, I don't think he would be able to afford to live up to his full potential. He has made great progress in his lifestyle, enjoys life, he enjoys the staff, and he has a great social life as well. So I would hope that the services would continue as is, and maybe improve in more activities, not less, for Brandon and folks like Brandon.
I think living in the community versus living at home has helped her to grow. I think especially living in the Iowa City community, she's had many opportunities to do things. I think sometimes as parents, I know as a mom, sometimes I'm tired, and you tend to do you don't do maybe as you just maybe don't do as much. You try to do things. I just think there's been a whole new world of opportunities given to her by being in this community and living in a situation she does.
I think there should be more of these programs around for people to get help. I really do. Because they help you in ways that, it's just so amazing. Just I could go on and on how well I've learned a lot of things in my life. Now I got my own pay privilege back. I'm on my own, getting a new apartment, so I don't have to be around all that trouble. And I'm meeting new people. And I wanted to give it a try because I wanted to go on. I wanted to change my life to be happy and not sad, not get down all the time. Don't let people bother me. This is the place that everybody should come to. I recommend that.
Right now she has practically a normal life with the community services that we have now. So I would certainly hate to lose any of what we've gained and fall back and go back in the days that we fought so hard to get to where we're at.
2 years ago, I was in a resident care facility. Basically, I shared a room with 6 other guys. There's really no privacy. There's really no, you get up, you have your 3 meals. Basically, I was doped up like a zombie. I was just in the system. And honestly, I just thought this is the rest of my life, and basically I worked in the kitchen just to give me something to do and a little extra pocket money, and that was about it. And now, they gave me the confidence to get out on my own, get my own apartment, basically get up, take the bus, actually use public transportation, and get over my phobia of being around people and stuff like that. And basically they went with me at first and helped me out and stuff like that. And I'm even taking the bus by myself now. And I never, 2 years ago, there's no way. If they were to tell me, you'd be out on your own and doing all this and everything, I would have laughed at them. I was like, yeah, right.
This is one organization from the state that needs constant help, and we don't need any more cuts that are going to trickle down to our kids.
I want to pray, or I want to please ask for the persons who are in charge to make these programs or services possible, to please do not cut them or keep on going in, because for us it's the only thing we can survive. I mean, I won't say that we will die, but we almost die. And the everyday, and the living every day without the services, it's not like a normal life with a normal kid. We have to have that help, because otherwise it's not possible. And please and thank you.